The finale of the 2021 Formula 1 season has led to the biggest controversy in the sport's history. The comment section of our videos have been filled with your opinions on the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen and Michael Masi. The latest details on the FIA investigation will have huge consequences on the sport going forward. And in today's video, we're going to update you on that FIA investigation and where it leaves Lewis Hamilton. We'll also tell you about what the FIA has to say about Lewis, so stay tuned to find out more. Hey motorheads, glad to see you back on this racing track. Did you get road rage and need the scenic view of Formula 1 updates to relax? Then we're ready to drive you. So put on your seatbelts and join us as we chauffeur you through today's video. But before that, be that perfect speed freak by banging into the subscribe button. Alright, we're good to go. After the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the new FIA president Mohammed bin Sulayem said the FIA would review what happened in Abu Dhabi and actively work with this commission to build a better Formula 1 for every team and every fan who loves this sport as much as we do. He would consult both teams and F1 drivers on the events of Abu Dhabi before a final decision is announced at the World Motorsport Council meeting in Bahrain in March. Following the decision to the World Motorsport Council in Paris on the 15th of December 2021, the FIA administration, under the leadership of Mohammed bin Sulayem, has started the detailed analysis of the events of the last Formula 1 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the FIA statement reads. The FIA president launched a consultation with all Formula 1 teams on various issues, including the events of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. FIA President Mohammed bin Sulayem has asked the Secretary General of Sport and recently appointed single-seater director Peter Bayer for proposals to review and optimize the organization of the FIA F1 structure for the 2022 season. Well, we thought that would be all we'd hear until the 14th of February at the Formula 1 Commission. The FIA isn't known for being open about anything that happens within the institute, so no one was really expecting an update till then. Well, on the 1st of January, we got our first hint that something was up. The FIA released their organisational chart for 2022, and someone was very obviously missing. Michael Masi has been removed from the thing entirely. There was no statement from the FIA, no Twitter statement from Michael, no Instagram post thanking him for his work. Absolutely nothing. At the time, the BBC reported that part of the deal that Mercedes and the FIA had struck to placate Mercedes after Abu Dhabi included the firing of Michael Masi. After the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Toto Wolff, the team principal of Mercedes, gave his thoughts on the matter. Wolff has accused Masi of a freestyle reading of the rules that left Lewis like a sitting duck, adding, robbing him in the last lap of the race is unacceptable. But he also said that there's a bigger problem for the FIA to solve than just finding a new race director. It's not only a decision to change the race director, the whole system of decision making needs to be improved, Wolff said. The race director is certainly under big pressure, and some of that is due to our own faults. In the original FIA statement, Mohammed bin Sulayem said the investigation would be in part a consultation with all F1 teams on various issues. It sounds like Wolff will have a few things he wants to share with the investigation when they get to him. What is expected from the investigation though is for the team principals to no longer be allowed to contact the race director during a Grand Prix. Both Wolff and Red Bull's Christian Horner lobbied for actions that favoured their teams in the course of the race, as has become normal practice in recent seasons. Though these interactions have led to some very funny moments, including Toto's "Michael, it's not right" outburst, here at F1 Reverse we think this is probably a good thing. The race director needs to be impartial during the race, and having an angry Toto Wolff and Christian Horner in your ear every other lap must make that job incredibly hard. But that was a month ago now, and there's been nothing but silence out of all camps in regard to the FIA investigation. Until now. The FIA's head of single-seaters, Peter Bayer, who you might remember we mentioned earlier in the video, admitted that there is a chance there'll be a new race director for 2022. Michael did a super job in many ways, he said, as quoted by BBC Sport. We told him that, but also that there's a possibility there could be a new race director. We're looking at dividing the various tasks of race director, who is a sports director, safety and track delegate. That was simply too much. These roles are divided between several people. This reduces the burden on the race director. What do you think of this statement from Peter Bayer? It's surprising that he's said anything this close to the Formula 1 Commission on the 14th of February, to be honest. His statement reads a lot like the firing of a sports team manager. The classic, "thank you for your time, you were great for us, but now we need to move forward" style statement. Whatever the meaning behind what Peter says, it can't be good for Michael Masi. Another part of the investigation was to look into the rules surrounding safety cars and consult with teams and drivers to see how they could be improved. According to Peter Bayer, one potential solution could be freezing the lap count if there's a safety car intervention in the latter stages of a race. If neutralization is necessary in the last 2 laps of the race, the lap counting ends and the laps are added at the end of the safety car phase, Bayer said. This could cause a fuel problem in F1, which is why it's being looked at more closely. We also asked the teams if their requirement not to finish a race under safety car was still relevant, to which they all agreed. This would be a really positive change to the Formula 1 rules, and the fact that the teams agree is a great sign. A race finishing under a safety car is a massive anticlimax. No one wants to watch an hour of racing to then have those nail-biting final laps taken away from you because someone decided to shed their front wing all over the track. Obviously, what happened in Abu Dhabi, where Mercedes argued that the race should have been finished under the safety car, can't happen again. So maybe freezing the lap counter would be a perfect solution. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. The FIA took to Twitter on the 29th of January to tell us, well, absolutely nothing, to be honest. Like we said earlier in the video, the FIA likes to work behind closed doors and are happy to wait till February 14th to tell us what's been going on. But why bother with the Twitter statement, right? Interestingly though, the new FIA president Mohammed Ben Sulayem has had something to say about the investigation, and it could be a huge hint to what is coming. Mohammed Ben Sulayem has said he has contacted Hamilton since his election 5 days after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. "I don't think he's 100% ready to respond right now," Ben Sulayem said last week. "We don't blame him. I understand his position." The fact that the FIA president has come out and said that they understand why Hamilton is so upset could be huge. It seems like they agree with Hamilton and Mercedes on the fact that the race wasn't handled properly. Some senior F1 insiders are concerned that the governing body is not fully grasping the threat to its credibility created by the final race of the season. But this statement from Mohammed Ben Sulayem shows that they might just be working it out. The reputation of the FIA and Formula 1 has been tarnished by this whole affair, and maybe permanently. And like a worn-out golden ring, it's going to take a lot of polishing to get it shining again. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. This FIA investigation is going to be huge for the sport when we finally hear the results on the 14th of February. What do you think the outcome of it will be? Will the F1 rules be changed permanently for the better? Or will the FIA attempt to sweep it under the rug and hope we forget all about it? Whatever your thoughts, let us know in the comment section down below. On your way out of our pit box, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that notification bell to be sure you don't miss out on any of our content. Till we see you next time, drive safe and bye bye.